on Iwtv News.
Back to school. Say hello.
Welcoming our Reivers back here on campus.
MLK Day, not just a day.
Make it more than just a week-long celebration once a year.
Flying high, twice.
We finally just changed the game!
Statement game.
Toughness we showed and the people who stepped up.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching Iwtv News.
Hello and welcome to our latest edition of Iwtv News. Here in front of the administration offices at Iowa Western, I'm J.J. Davis. Now spring has sprung, the spring semester that is, and this place is pretty busy. Now, you know how I always like to say Reiver Country leads and doesn't follow? Well, check this out. The parking lot packed, the sidewalk busy, and the talk.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I hope you have a great first day.
She stands front and center of the Student Center, casting a welcoming shadow
Well, I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. Oh, you too.
on the first day of a new semester.
How are you? Good. I hope you have a great first day. I am out here this morning welcoming our Reivers back here on campus this morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? The sun is shining and we're thrilled to have students back on campus today. I love meeting with students anyway, so I take every opportunity, including cold mornings like today.
Yes.
I get a variety of responses. Some who clearly are just trying to get through the morning, others who are obviously happy to be here, and then in the middle as well.
What kind of looks do you get?
I would say that some students are even surprised to see me speak to them because, even I tend to be on my phone looking down as I'm doing things. And so, yeah, I kind of make it my goal to get as many students to acknowledge me as possible.
As I always say, just yet another reason why Reiver Country leads and doesn't follow.
Absolutely, I agree. Sails up.
Sailing inside the Student Center. Some for some Joe on the go. And outside,
Morning. How's it going?
welcome back, courtesy of Marie Carter, a pillar of warmth with a warm welcome to the Reiver family. And that's not all, folks. Back to school's a week-long celebration here at Iowa Western. Just lots to do for the students. I mean, not to burst your bubble or anything, but
I was going for the big hit.
Big hits. Big hits, we in that big bubble.
Big hits. I was for sure for goals.
It was a lot of fun until it got to the point where I would get up and just get knocked right over.
Scale of 1 to 10, it was a 10. Hella fun, got us moving around. A lot of fun, a lot of competition, a lot of exercise too.
And then it also gets you out of the dorm room instead of just sitting around doing homework.
Coming from a school that didn't really do much, and then coming over here to this college, it was a lot of fun having this opportunity to come and do this stuff.
It's real cool, it's a nice experience. They actually have a lot of activities, it's a lot of fun, and a lot of new relationships that you can build with people. Nice atmosphere for sure.
a lot of oohs and ahs on that one for me. Next, bring 'em on, the women's wrestling team in action. But first, he lives forever. Reiver Country remembers when we come back.
Any man, mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is IWTV News.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
America refused to give the Negro.
We celebrate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on January 16th. And beyond that, well, that's the question. It's answered in part by a distinguished visitor from just across the river. She opened a lot of eyes, including mine, and made us all think a little bit harder, a little bit deeper.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper.
His voice resonates through the ages. Iowa Western celebrates the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Reiver Country signs in to remember and learn.
I am here to talk about Dr. King's radicalism in his movement.
This was a man who was imperfect, who stepped so insanely outside of his comfort zone that the FBI sent him a letter to tell him to kill himself.
I want to explore more than just what people talk about all the time, the nonviolent, the I have a dream. I want to talk about all of the things that
And not only did they give the land,
actually made him who he was, that were kind of insane in nature, but that we gloss over in the search of putting him on a pedestal to make him something great.
people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps.
I mean, he was great, but now we're going to talk about why exactly he was great.
Sometimes using children so that they could get the biggest response.
I even learned some things, and I thought I knew some things about Martin Luther King Jr., and so that just to know his entire story. Hey, I think we're doing great things, and we'll continue to do great things because we know how important it is to continue to educate and learn more and celebrate diversity and celebrate differences.
But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop.
Hoping that they will take Martin Luther King's message and his methods and make it more than just a week-long celebration once a year.
And I've seen the promised land.
And it starts in the Reiver Room. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s permanent message takes up residency at Iowa Western.
We'll get to the promised land.
His voice continues to resonate through the sands of time. Only this time, the lessons behind those words become more concrete.
So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Well, those words will always resonate and bring chills. And speaking of chills, how about thrills? You know, hold your breath moments. The Iowa Western Cheer Team makes its yearly trek to Mickey Mouse Land and the Nationals. It's a co-ed routine that they've tossed around many, many times. It's a 2.5-minute show that they've routinely visualized time and time again.
Let's go, Reiver!
20 cheery faces, 11 men, 9 women, all Reivers, ready to stick it at Nationals.
This team has really bought into the system of how we operate our program and trusted me throughout the whole past 2.5 months to really prepare them for this competition. We have very strong top girls. They've worked very hard with our boys to acquire these elite skills this year.
We're throwing skills that we haven't been able to throw in previous years, and I feel everybody has their heart and soul into everyone on the mat, like not even just the routine. One team, one heart. But everyone as an individual, we all believe in each other. Like we have this little saying, like, I know I got you, so I know you got me. No, we'll stop at...
Everyone's more bought in this year, and it seems like everyone understands their role, and they're bought into the fact that it's much bigger than just individual. It's about the team.
You guys are very neck and neck with your competition as far as... Yeah, we've been preparing for 2.5 months for one opportunity to make finals and seal the deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, set. It's really about us keeping our mind calm and ourselves composed on the mat, and I think I have all the faith in the world in this group.
This group tumbles into the open co-ed division at Walt Disney World and will also be flying high in the World University Championships and more. Yes, it's a routine they've tossed around many, many times, and the Iowa Western Cheer Team, ready to stick it. Welcome home, gang. How'd they do? Hey, how's the men's basketball team? Figuring things out after the break.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Drop that baby.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's a tale of two teams. The women's and men's basketball teams are headed down the home stretch. Now the Reivers host some Bears, and then some more Bruins come out of hibernation to maul the guys, or do they? Pink Out game, raising money for the family of Danielle, Danny Hick, longtime Reiver fan and victim of cancer, gone too soon. 10th ranked Iowa Western shoots it out with D-Mac, Alicia Jones. On target, the Reivers knocked out 9 threes, Kayla Ty. Around the horn to Hannah Berg, home team 40-26 at the break. Oh is right. Callie Rose West, a force inside. Double-double, 14 points, 10 boards. Ndidi Ndukwe and Iowa Western just rained down on the Bears 66-51.
Yeah, we've worked on some high-low action and some post touches throughout the year, but I think the guards are really buying into that now. Yeah, we're just feeding our bigs, and they're performing well tonight. Specifically, Callie Rose West. She finally turned it on for us. We've been waiting for it all year, and she had 10 rebounds and what'd she have here? Sorry. 14 points. So really happy with how she played.
Trust it. Get it touch.
That's been my focus since I'd say mid-November, is really working on boxing out, pursuing rebounds like we mean it, and really not allowing the highs and lows of the game to affect the next play.
The next home game, third-ranked Kirkwood, Thursday night, January 26th. And then it's the men's turn against the 11th-ranked Bears. The Reivers jump out to a 7-point lead. Rich Brooks just sticks it. The visitors come stealing back all the way, 31-29 DMAC at the break. Now the home team ties it at 50. Fawaz Surakat just crabs it in. Denair Dempsey hanging around. 58-54 Reivers under 8 minutes to go. Under a minute left. Greg Brown for the Bears, 70-69 DMAC. Rich Brooks counters with 3 of his game-high 29 points, hits it. Chad Van Riesen and Big Blue head into overtime, tied at 72. Second OT, tied at 78. Surakat. Goodbye, and again. 82-78 Iowa Western. Rich Brooks puts the Bears to bed. The Reivers out-tough DMAC 86-83.
Effort and toughness tonight really showed. And, there were tough moments. And I felt like our team really did stick together during those times.
I think when we move the ball, then we can see how good as a team like we are together. Every time we move the ball, we get a good look at the rim. So then we just got to keep doing that.
We've been sticking together the past few games, and we're just building a bond and keep building until we can't build it anymore, basically.
Go Reivers. Big Blue then beat on the Graceland JV 86-49. Iowa Westerns won 3 in a row. How about that, huh? Good for Coach Chad and the guys. Well, next up, another doubleheader. Kirkwood. 9th-ranked Reivers put it up with number 3 Kirkwood. The Eagles jump out to a 22-18 lead after 1, but Ndidi Ndukwe, keeping it close, just hits it. And enjoy, it gets even better. The home team makes a run at the end of the half. Isabella Pardowski to the bank. Ndidi underneath. 33-32 Iowa Western at the break. The visitors storm back inside. Kirkwood 65-56 under 4 minutes left in the game. The Reivers fight back. Ndukwe, a team-high 20 points, down by 1 under a minute to go. And then Michaela Huffline, a big 3. 70-67 Big Blue, 3.6 seconds left.
So it means a lot to beat them, but to be honest, I'm just more excited about the way that we did it and the toughness we showed and the people who stepped up, because now this is just confidence for us to keep building on at this really important part of the season.
Sends a good message to everybody who we will play in the future, that we don't give up, we fight, and we're going to keep fighting until we get what we want.
We do this. We do this, like, come on. And we run a lot of 36s at practice, so, What's 36? Down, back, down, back, down, back in 36 seconds. And, that got us into shape to just keep playing.
And it pays off as Iowa Western sends a message. Now the postseason's coming up, and the road to nationals goes through Kirkwood. Chad Van Riesen and the Reivers huddle up against Kirkwood, riding a 3-game winning streak. The home team and Rob Sanders drive in and tie it at 13. Iowa Western grabs an 18-14 lead. Denair Dempsey, look out below. 23 all at the break. 375 student athletes honored at halftime for making the academic all-region team. Second half, all Eagles. This ties it at 38. Dempsey pours in 12 points. Lane McVicker here knocks down 11. Bingo! The Reivers keep it close. Noah King, a game-high 25 points, including 4 threes. Kirkwood KOs Iowa Western 64-48.
Offensively, we really had trouble playing in rhythm. They really pressured us, and I just didn't feel like we were able to get kind of some key baskets at some key times to kind of stop their runs and go on a run and get some momentum ourselves.
We already close to March, so like there's no time for like errors, little things. Like we got to just stay focused and stay ahead. Next game, we can't let this one bring us down.
It's been a struggle. The Reivers then lost to Central from Columbus, 72-52. The postseason party, just a loose ball away. And then there's the wrestling teams. We have a top 5 showdown on the women's side. And you know, it's not the first time these two teams have met on the mat, and it's probably not the last. The third-ranked Reivers get together for a showdown with number 1 Indian Hills. 130-pounder Abby Aarons. Quick work. Try 12 seconds. 155. Freshman Fernie Hernandez almost wins by decision. The Natty champ locking in for her match, but first 170. Sister Larissa Gallo with the pin, and then Urissa follows at 191. 25-23 Iowa Western, but the Hills gets the last laugh. Edges Big Blue 28-25.
I think we're closing a gap there, and we just need to keep working. We got some girls that I think just need to start believing in themselves a little bit more.
I just knew that we needed to win, and I knew we needed to win, and I had to get it done.
What was the number?
I just kind of threw her.
When I went out there, I knew it was my match, my game. I always got to be in control of the match, so I knew it was my match.
It's a match that could repeat itself at the Natty, only next time the outcome could be different. Next, the second-ranked men hit the mat with the number 9 Warriors. 133 pounds, Malachi Bordovsky with the takedown, and the freshman wins it 4-1. 157, last year's national finalist Fabian Padilla comes around a couple of times and wins going away 10-3. The Brain Trust locked in as 174-pounder Grant Lyman locks up the single leg and takes down his opponent 10-4. But in the end, Indian Hills circles around to win the match 28-18.
Our consistent starters look good for the most part, but we just need to keep working, keep improving. We've done a good job this year of not looking ahead at anything. We don't talk about anything other than what's currently happening today.
More committed into it this year. I'm more excited, better mentally, better physically as well.
I came in here and everyone was just taking me down, rep after rep after rep after rep, and now I'm almost right there with them.
Everybody will be there at Nationals Friday and Saturday, March 3rd and 4th at the Mid-America Center. All hail to the victors. The cheer team buses back home with not one, but 2 reasons to cheer on the other side.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let
you know, it's not I can get used to this, it's we are used to this. And you know, I'm happy for the Raven. In the dictionary, next to the word passion, there's the cheer team's head coach. Now, you know, Disney World's always a fun trip. It's a fun time, but it's also a business trip, and the Reivers take care of business.
From Council Bluffs, Iowa Western.
It's a moment in time they'll never forget. The Reiver Cheer Team wins the Open Co-Ed division at Walt Disney World. Iowa Western completes the double at Nationals by taking home the top prize in the World University competition. Time for the latest welcome home celebration.
Congratulations on 2 championships.
I remember back in 2011, this fight started when I was an athlete here and a cheerleader for Jeff Snow, and it's been kind of going on ever since, and we finally just changed the game.
Over the moon. We've been waiting for this for a long time. We usually don't get the benefit of the doubt because we don't do things traditionally here at Iowa Western, and we are just so excited to finally bring this home.
It means everything. I mean, we've done a lot this season. There's been a lot of trial and error, and it's been very successful to be able to come out here and do the thing and make history for Iowa Western.
I can't even describe how I feel right now. It's so surreal to think that we just made history at Iowa Western. Not only for our school, but this program. It's such a great place to be a Reiver, and I love it.
Loving the latest celebration on the doorsteps of history. The Iowa Western Cheer Team celebrates an unprecedented double at Nationals. It's a moment these Reivers will never forget. Hey, they deserve a medal. Or make that 2. Now, is it me, or does it seem like Reiver Country welcomes home a champion every other month, every other week, it seems? Well, that's the name of that tune. Another show is in the cloud, as they say, or we like to say, in the books. And so for this latest edition of IWTV News, here from in front of the administrative offices at Iowa Western, I'm JJ Davis, and as always, I'll see you around campus.
IWTV is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.